So hello everyone. In my last video, I talked about the motivation concept with Maslow's hierarchy need theory. I hope every one of you have understood about the concept because that is a very important concept for your management education in future. Today, I am going to discuss about the financial and non-financial incentives to motivate our employees. So in both the way, financially and non-financially, we can motivate our employees. Okay. And what are those different tools in case of financial and non-financial that we are going to discuss in this video. So let us start our today's video. Okay. First of all, let us discuss the points of the financial incentives. Okay. Now, the basic meaning of incentive is the measures through which we motivate our people, motivate our employees to enhance their level of work. Okay. Now, coming to the financial incentives, the first says pay and allowances, means by giving a good amount of salary and adding some good amount of extra money along with the salary, you really can motivate an employees. Even if you think about yourself, why a person would like to join a business, would like to do a job, or they would like to join a very reputed organization. The thinking and basic idea always is the salary part. Okay, income. So everyone would like to have a good income. So when they are having a good income, good pay out of their work at the end of the month, then obviously everyone will be motivated. So that is the basic thing in case of financial incentive. Then came productive link wage system. If you could remember about principles of management, we have discussed about the differential piece wage system. Okay, there the amount of production, more you will produce, more you will earn in terms of incentive. The same thing is applicable here. Productivity link wage incentive means more your productivity is, more amount of wages you will earn. Okay, more sale you will make, achieve your target, more than that you make yourself, then more earning you can have. Then come bonus, time to time giving bonus. Okay, maybe Durga Puja bonus, okay, Christmas bonus, okay, New Year bonus. There are organizations, they sometimes they give Diwali bonuses also. So locality to locality, place to place, states to states, different kind of bonus schemes are available. And whenever an organization gives this kind of bonus to their employees, so employees are always get motivated for that. Profit sharing. If company will earn a good amount of profit, if the company is going to perform better, then company promise to share a part of profitability along with the employees. Okay, and in that case, obviously, employees got motivated. They want to perform their best. They want to enhance their productivity so that that part of profit they can also enjoy. Even they feel of belongingness to the organizations too. The way the promoter and the owner, the company will earn the same way, the employees are also going to earn out of their output out of their performance of their company. Then come co-partnership or stock options. Now, companies may give company share to its employees to make sure and to make the employees part of the organization, making them ownership, making them the part of the ownership in the company. The more harder they are going to work, the more earning they are going to bring into the organization. They are also going to earn it back in terms of holding those shares. So they are not just employees; they are also a partner. They are also one of the owner of the organization. So this is a very good thought, and a great financial incentive can be used for the organizations and companies. They do use. Then come retirement benefits. Companies give very good benefits at the time of retirement. Financial good amount of money when an employee is going to retire after 59 years or after 60 years. That kind of retirement benefits of the handsome amount of money also motivate employees to work for a longer period of time till the retirement. So that's also one area one point which motivate employees to work for a longer period of time. Then prerequisites means like extra other benefits like giving a car, okay, giving a house rent in terms of adding amount of money as house rent into your salary, then giving extra benefit for employees children's education, or giving extra money for the health care of our employees and their families. So this kind of extra financial boost up or financial aids really help management to motivate the employees better, and so that employees will be going to work for the company for a longer period of time. At the same time, they will be loyal to the organizations. To make sure those things, these financial incentives really help the organization. Now coming to the non-financial incentives, here money doesn't matter. But there are points which are really very more important sometimes for the money. For example, status. Number one is status. Now, how proudly you are going to say, how a society is going to give you respect, how proudly they are going to accept you in society. That is what a person always wanted to earn from the society. So if you are going to get that status just because you have joined the organization and part of the organization, don't you think an employee will be motivated? Don't you think you will be motivated for that? Yes, obviously. So that is why this is not the company is going to give you money, but the company is going to give you a social status, social recognition status. By taking the name of the company, by telling the position in the company, people recognize you, people accept you. So that is what the status always wanted to earn, and that motivate employees to work for the company. Organizational culture means working environment. The more better the working environment will be, the employee is going to work for you for a longer period of time, because it is not always about money. If your working environment will not be good enough to work, then no employee will love to work for your company. Even if you are going to give a good amount of money, even if you are going to give a good amount of money, they will not love to work for you. Even if they are working for you, they may not be loyal for you. Okay. So that is why creating a very good working environment is also very important to motivate our employees. Then career advancement opportunities means learning opportunities, growth opportunities in careers. As I already said in your last topics, in some topics I said, you don't want to become a sales. Suppose you are going to join our company as a sales executive, but you don't want to become a sales executive for entire life. You want to become a sales manager, then you want to become a regional manager. That is how you want to grow in your career. So that kind of opportunities also motivate employees to work for the company. Okay, so that they can think of, today I am here at this position, no matter I will work for another 3-4 years. After that I will become this manager, after that I will become that manager, after that I will become that, I will take that position. So I have my future in this company in that way. Okay, so people will like to go for that. Then come job enrichment. Now job enrichment means when you are adding some kind of other responsibilities at the same level of work to make the job more interesting. For example, you are a telecaller, okay, and last 2 years you are doing the telecalling, fine, and you feel very bored. One day you reach your HR manager, you sit with him and you talk with him that, sir, I am feeling very bored because last 2 years I am working this one only, I am doing the same thing again and again, I feel bored. Now what he did, along with your telecalling work, he has given some also another work related to the job to you, so that you will feel a challenging, you will feel a more better, interesting your job to perform every day. So this is what called job enrichment. At the same level where exactly you are working, adding some other works also, so that your work will be so that your work will be interested for you, and you will not feel bored, and you are going to work for the organization, and so that you can enhance your skills too. Okay. Then come employee recognition program, employee of the month, employee of the year. Okay. So this kind of recognitions programs also really motivate employees to work for the organization. Job security, obviously, sustainability in the job. Suppose you have joined the organization today, and after 1 or 2 months working, you find out there is no sustainability in the organization. Though they are paying you a good amount of money, there is no guarantee of your job security. At any moment, they may ask you to leave. Does not matter whatever condition is. Would you like to work for the company for a long period of time? No one would like to work for the company. So this is what job security is. Everyone, though money is required, but at the same time, sustainability and continuous earning for a longer period of time is also one important part for an employee. That is why job security also motivates people to work for a company. Employee participation. in discussion, in management discussions, in the company's growth. When management allows employees to give their feedback, to participate them in the meetings, they feel belongingness to the company. They always feel to perform for the company's best. Okay, so psychologically, it really help company to earn loyalty of of their employees. Then employee empowerment, enhancing the skill of the employees, motivating them, enhancing their capability, to increase their productivity, empowering them. So this works also really help company to motivate employees, because employee will think, yes, I am working here, I am developing my psychological status, I am developing my social status, I am developing my skills. Every year I am learning new things. Every year I am enhancing my skills. So why to leave this company? They are paying good. They are giving. I am having a good social status. Every year I am learning new things. So everything is fine. So in that case, they are really going to feel motivated for your company to work for a longer period of time. At the same time, they will be loyal for your company too. So these are the various ways through which we can motivate our employees to work for our company for a longer period of time. Okay, so today we have discussed about the financial incentives and non-financial incentives through which we can motivate our employees. Under financial incentive, we talked about pay and allowances. Productivity linked wage system means how increasing increasing productivity we can increase wages. Giving bonus time to time, sharing profit of the company, then making our employees a part of the company by sharing ownership through issuing shares, then giving retirement benefits, and then giving extra benefits like car, education benefit to the children, health benefit. So these are different in financial incentives. In case of non-financial incentives, we have discussed about the job status in the society, organizational working culture, then career growth, okay, job enrichments, how adding similar kind of job into the job daily work, the job can be make more interesting for the employee to work for a longer period of time. Then creating employee recognition program to motivate employees, so giving security in their job, then employee participation in the management, and making our employees empowered. Okay, so these are the financial and non-financial incentives we have discussed today. This is what our discussion, and next class I will discuss about the leadership and various styles of leadership. Till then, thank you so much.